The COP29 bike ride adventure had been so intense that it was unthinkable to stop there. Over 200 cyclists, 11 countries, thousands of kilometers covered from the site of the Paris Agreement to COP29 in Azerbaijan. So many obstacles had been overcome to promote the development of everyday cycling as a key solution for reducing our emissions. The possibility of another journey was already taking shape toward the next COP, this time in Belém, Brazil. With more people, more resources, more impact. Would we have the courage to hit the road again? Deep down, we knew that question was rhetoric. And so, in the spring of 2025, the second edition of our initiative began, the COP30 Bike Ride.
I'm Mar Mikhelidze from Tbilisi, Georgia. I'm country coordinator for the COP Bike Ride in Georgia. A ride starts with defining the route, which determines the countries to be crossed. From this, we set up a team of country coordinators who will be responsible for mobilizing and facilitating the ride from one border to the next. It's 16th of May. Now is 9:18 and we are heading to Zalga.
Qu'est-ce que c'est le COP30 Bike Ride? C'est en fait un relais vélo géant de COP en COP. Donc le but de ce relais, c'est de promouvoir le vélo en tant que moyen de déplacement au quotidien et de le faire en prenant l'angle du climat. Pourquoi c'est géant? C'est géant parce que ça parcourt des milliers de kilomètres. En fait, cette année, on va parcourir 20 000 kilomètres en allant donc de l'Azerbaïdjan jusqu'au Brésil. Il y a 20 pays qui sont impliqués donc sur le COP30 Bike Ride. C'est dingue aussi en termes de nombre de personnes. Donc l'objectif, c'est d'avoir plus d'un millier de cyclistes cette année donc sur le chemin. Et c'est aussi très nouveau en termes de format. Parce que, comme je le disais, c'est un relais. Et l'idée, en fait, d'un relais, c'est qu'on va passer une bannière symbolique qui symbolise les 10 propositions qu'on porte pour le développement du vélo. Et donc, cette bannière va littéralement être transmise de cycliste en cycliste, d'une COP à l'autre.
I am Irakli Bulava. I came here from Tbilisi by bicycle. Today is 17th of May 2025 and I am giving this banner to Funda.
Okay. Take it. Bayrağı göster.
Evet. 17 Mayıs. Bugün 17 Mayıs 2025. Ben Gülden Funda Ulutürk. Şu anda Türkiye-Gürcistan sınır kapısı, Aktaş sınır kapısındayız. COP30 Bike Ride sürüşünün bayrağını sevgili
Irakli
Ugulava'dan teslim alıyorum. Herkese sevgiler.
Şimdi ne yapıyoruz? Kandilli'den yola çıktık. Tercan'a, oradan da Kargın'a doğru gidiyoruz. Yani hedefimiz yarın Erzincan'a ulaşabilmek.
Yes! Nasılsınız?
İyiyiz.
Görüşürüz, hoşçakalın. İşte böyle bir grupla sürüyoruz yani. O yüzden enerji tavan.
Evet.
The decision to coordinate and do the ride at the same time was not an easy one for me. Given the financial commitment, as I had to stop working for more than 40 days, and also the physical challenges like my body weight and the knee injury that I had before, and the concept of danger that everyone was showing in my face was really concerning as a woman cyclist who might be alone for 40 days on the road in Turkey was really challenging. And as most of us do, I was talking with my mother. She listened to me very carefully. She had some concerns, but at the end she said, no way, if you started, you have to see it through until the end. And I was like, are you sure? She said, yes, you need to finish it. If you start it, you need to finish it. And I was like, okay.
Evet, herkese merhaba. Bugün 6 Haziran. Çekili'den yola çıktık. Kırıkkale'ye doğru devam ediyoruz. COP30 Bike Ride. Hena Alpagut, Ekin Alpagut, Merve Betül Ezer ve Berlin'den Nihan Lafçı ile devam ediyor. Türkiye etabı. Hena arkada. Evet. Haydi bakalım.
Okay, there might be some situations that you don't want to be in because of the people, because of their characters or anything, but I'm telling them, please calm down and just listen to the other person and try to explain why you are doing it. So this is what I learned from our ride in Turkey, and also this is going to be my motto. I guess I mean the mission is bigger than us because it's the earth, it's the climate change, and this is what one person can do as a change, I think.
Önce biraz video çekelim. Başardık! Evet, sonra da foto alacağız. She's not doing good and I think she needs professional attention.
Are you ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Are you ready?
Today is 27th of June. We are really close to Bulgarian border of Turkey, and we are at Dereköy Deresi. We are like 10 kilometers away from the border, and I'm giving COP30 Bike Ride flag to my friend. We carried the flag for around or more 2,000 kilometers, and this is yours now.
Thank you. I am receiving the flag of COP30 Bike Ride. I am Boyko Stoyanov from Bulgaria, and we will go to the Bulgarian side of the Black Sea, to Silistra, and there we will pass the flag to our Romanian friends. Alexander.
Yes.
Alexander.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the recipe for a ride to the COP, there is one key ingredient: the number of riders. The more we have, the more impact and legitimacy we gain along the way and at the COP. But beyond this goal, we also had to ensure the presence, at every stage, of at least one rider to carry our banner. At times, the ride was only able to continue by a thread. For example, thanks to Svetoslav, Boyko, and Bojil, who took up the torch of the COP bike ride in Bulgaria with strength and determination. A determination also shown by Alexandru and the Romanian team, who held their ground despite the scorching heat.
Hello! It's really hot outside. The Romanian team has reached Craiova, and we have 100 more kilometers until Drobeta Turnu Severin. Other than the heat, it's all good. We have the legs, we have the mindset, but it's really hot outside.
Highlights came one after another in July, such as the symbolic passing of the banner between Milan and Robert, the Serbian and Croatian country coordinators.
Hello to everyone. This might be my last video report for the Croatian part of COP30 Bike Ride. I reached town of Popovača, and this is where my journey ends.
Like any transition initiative, our ride must constantly reinvent itself to have an ever greater impact. Last year, we met with municipalities along the way to discuss our 10 proposals. This year, we also asked them to put in writing 3 concrete commitments in favor of cycling for the attention of COP30 officials. Getting these letters of commitment wasn't always easy.
The discussion is still going on. Jacopo and me don't understand the thing. It looks really serious. And we're not sure if the letter of commitment will come. But I hope, because those two, I'm changing screen, are working their tongue off, it seems. But what do you think?
I think that we can prepare some letter he can sign right now.
Maybe we could.
By hand, no?
Yes, we just write
old paper.
Old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
Okay, to be continued.
We left Eastern Europe after 2.5 months of riding. Still far from our goal of 1,000 riders, we had no idea what Italy had in store for us.
Arriveremo a Bologna il 2 di agosto dove ci fermeremo alla velostazione e faremo alcuni eventi per spiegare la missione della COP30. Dopo Bologna andremo a Firenze e da Firenze poi andremo sulla costa dove arriveremo a Mentone il 12 di agosto e consegneremo la bandiera, l'estendardo con tutte le firme e con tutti i partecipanti ai colleghi francesi.
Arrivano dalla montagna, grandi.
Ciao. No, è più lunga, più dura.
Sono Cosimo Guccione, presidente del Consiglio Comunale di Firenze ed è per me un onore poter consegnare a nome dell'amministrazione di Firenze la lettera firmata dall'assessore alla mobilità e alla transizione ecologica Andrea Giorgio. Vi leggo le proposte che ha sottoscritto l'assessore Giorgio, che sono gli impegni che si prende l'amministrazione in vista della COP30. Nel Comune di Firenze la bicicletta è considerata una parte importante delle soluzioni per ridurre le emissioni di carbonio legate ai trasporti, offrendo al contempo molti vantaggi.
La firma.
La firma è la cosa più bella, la metto io invece di io.
When thinking why we had such a phenomenal response in Italy, what comes to mind is the incredible support of the no-profit community. I'm thinking, for example, about FIAB, the Italian Federation of Cycling and Environment, as well as other leader associations such as La Mente Comune, Salva Ciclisti in Bologna, Lega Ambiente, 1025 Cycling Relay and many others. A community that is grounded on the awareness of the basic potential, not only as a way to as a sustainable means of transport, but also as an amazing way to create a human relationship. And that's the core of our experience. We start as partners and we finish as friends. And so now we are a big group, and so that's all. We are happy about this and to be part of something bigger.
E canto forte finché sento il cuore battere. Questa vita prova a spezzarmi ma non sa farlo. Sono qui, non scappo più. Questa è la mia voce.
We urge you to take on the right commitments and at national and international level as well. This letter is brought to you by the COP30 Bike Ride and traveled all the way by bicycle and sailing boat. Please be assured active travel can count on enormous support amongst big parts of our society. Yours sincerely.
The North Branch was launched to connect the Netherlands and Germany to the main route, and an African leg was taking shape. But crossing the Atlantic remained one of the major challenges ahead of us. Initially, we thought we could easily join a crew, but there are very few boats at this time of year, when the winds are unfavorable. As for the charter itself, even with 10 crew members on a sailboat, individual costs reach 7,000 euros, unaffordable without specific funding. 2 months before the planned departure date, we were perhaps heading towards a dead end. but always with a smile.
Nous nous vîmes 5000 en arrivant au port.
Et nous nous vîmes 3000 en arrivant au port. Et donc c'est étonnant ces proportions, parce que ces proportions sont exactement celles du soutien que nous avons cette année. L'an dernier, on était à peu près 200 sur le trajet au total. Cette année, on va être plus d'1 millier, donc c'est les mêmes proportions que dans le site de Corneille. Et c'est pas un hasard, on a un soutien extraordinaire. En fait, quand on regarde les plans climat des pays, seulement 17% des plans climat des pays parlent du vélo. Et on pense que c'est quelque chose qui doit être corrigé. On est là pour ça, pour rappeler que le vélo est important.
Aside from the exceptional financial need to cross by boat, the budget for a project like the COP Bike Ride is very reasonable when compared to initiatives of similar scope. Each rider covers their own expenses, and we often benefit from free accommodations offered by cycling associations or local communities we encounter along the way. Another question we're regularly asked is about the physical difficulty of the ride. Stagers ranging from 50 to 70 kilometers, the option to ride an e-bike or a regular bike, with family or alone, everything is designed to be as inclusive as possible, including for people with serious health issues. Anna, who overcame a serious illness thanks to cycling, embodies the wonderful synergy between cycling and health, both on the ride and more broadly.
Si je peux pédaler, n'importe qui peut pédaler. Si j'ai les problèmes de santé que j'ai, le vélo montre qu'il est accessible à tout le monde. Tout le monde peut faire du vélo. C'est cette appartenance de servir à quelque chose, d'être utile à la société. Et ça, COP Bike Ride, elle est en train de réunir, mais ce n'est pas qu'en France. Elle a réuni les citoyens, les cyclistes engagés, et ceux qui ne sont pas engagés non plus, celui qui aime simplement le vélo, ou celui qui pense à l'avenir de leurs enfants aussi, à l'avenir de la planète.
Why do so many characters, social, professional backgrounds, and people from multiple continents come together in a COP Bike Ride? Among the elements that distinguish humanity from other species, essayist Yuval Harari mentions the ability to tell a story. And it is undoubtedly the COP's Bike Ride narrative, both so original and so universal, that has fueled its growth.
In the birth of a project, quite often, you just need to intersect existing elements, nothing else than that. And it looks like it's easy, but the intersections you choose may be wrong and may not catch. Here, this COP Bike Ride project is only at the intersection of things that are important to people. It's at the intersection of biking, everyday biking, which is one aspect. The other key elements in the recipe is climate, protecting the environment, which is another strong aspect. And finally, you take all this recipe and you bring it to global. And when you mix these three ideas or these three elements, you've got the COP Bike Ride, but also you have everything that goes with these elements. All the energy that people invest in those elements or in these ideas separately. And then you take them to the power of being more than the sum of these three elements.
Within the following month, we had to have solved the challenge of crossing the Atlantic. Otherwise, the time and energy spent by the hundreds of riders involved at that stage would have been invested in vain. At that point, we had three options. The Aventure, an eco-friendly cargo ship that we were hesitant to commit to because the spots on board were so expensive. A sailing cargo ship capable of reducing its emission by 30%, for which we needed authorization from both the ship owner and its main clients. And finally, the Maywan, a mission-driven vessel dedicated to defending indigenous people which was seeking funding at that time. Not only did we have to find spots, but we also had to develop a fair method to determine which rider would benefit from them.
Alors, où est-ce qu'on en est à l'heure actuelle? On attend une réponse du coup de la fondation pour savoir si on a réussi à obtenir les financements ou pas pour pouvoir partir. A priori, il y aura une réponse du coup demain matin vers 9h, 9h30, 10h. Le temps que la visio se termine avec la fondation et toute l'équipe du Maïwan. C'est à la fois hyper excitant, hyper motivant de se dire que potentiellement dans 2 jours, je pars traverser l'Atlantique. Et en même temps, hyper frustrant de se dire en fait dans 2 jours, ça se trouve, je vais juste rentrer chez moi. Et rien de tout ça va être possible. Et voilà, donc moi j'y crois très fort. Mais à tous les coups, on va être hyper déçus et c'est un peu dommage si ça se fait pas. C'est quand même un méga beau projet.
We tapped into all of our networks to make the crossing happen. This ability to collaborate on a large scale is another defining characteristic of humanity. Thanks to this, we are able to launch initiatives where the collective power of individuals is greater than the sum of its parts. It is an essential element of the environmental transition.
Que tous, chacun à notre échelle, on apporte notre petite pierre à l'édifice et et on est une chaîne en fait. On est une chaîne humaine à vélo pour essayer de faire changer les politiques. C'est nous qui votons. Donc en fait, si nous, à notre échelle, on a des actions au quotidien et pour l'environnement, pour l'humanité, en fait, à l'échelle mondiale, ça va changer.
Ce truc-là, c'est vraiment en train de faire de boule de neige. Hein. C'est incroyable. Hein. En fait, on est porté nous-mêmes par l'idée, quoi. On est porté par le concept, on est porté par l'envie des gens d'agir pour le climat et puis de contribuer, de témoigner. C'est quand même dingue, quoi. Tout cet élan.
Ouais, c'est l'énergie de groupe. Enfin, tu pars, il y a des journées où on n'est que 2, on se demande jusqu'où on va aller parce que c'est dur. Et puis en fait, t'arrives à la ville d'après, là il y a 50 personnes, tout le monde est hyper motivé. Tu dis bon, bah, ça vaut le coup. Quoi.
It's so funny because we were talking together and we say COP Bike Ride. We don't know all the people. We are organizing, but we don't know all the people. And suddenly you come, we don't know you, and you go to the COP Bike Ride. So this is crazy.
In September 2025, the cyclists cross a new border and arrive in Spain.
Es el medio de transporte más ecológico, más económico y más saludable que hay.
No fewer than 20 nationalities and 1,000 cyclists participated in the COP30 Bike Ride. What is the main factor that drives people from so many different countries to ride together? It's not rational, since it's an emotion that's ever present in this project. The joy of it, the joy of taking action and being in motion, physically, intellectually, and emotionally. We absolutely need this dimension to offset the discomfort caused by phasing out fossil fuels, the joy of quieter, less polluted cities where we feel safer and where commutes take less than 15 minutes. Through its story, the COP Bike Ride proves that cycling is part of the solution for moving toward a more desirable future, where joy accompanies change, like a swim after a day of cycling. But the transition is also a matter of values. It is the sharing of common values that means just a few minutes into a day on the ride, there is plenty of interaction among the riders. Among the many examples we could have cited, Jorge, a Spanish cyclist, was one of the most selfless riders, but also very patient and helpful with the younger ones.
¿Voy al cole en bici? ¿Sí o no? O a veces en medio. Mira mi finger, mi dedo, ¿vale? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. M grande. 1, 2.
Other qualities characterize a rider, and beyond that, any individual committed to a collective or individual transition project. He or she knows how to organize and improvise, as we saw in Portugal, where we finally arrived after 4.5 months of riding.
Our main purpose was to be as successful as possible, to get as many cities on board as possible, and also to make a big impact. So September 28th, there I was with my team waiting for the heroes that were crossing Europe to welcome them and to give them a better time in Portugal. Then security was one of the main issues, one of our main worries, concerns. So in some places where we knew that there was more traffic or there was not the right conditions, we even had police escorts, which helped us also make a big impact entering cities. There was quite a bit of improvisation, even though it was all well prepared. For instance, there were some surprises when we were already heading for some cities. Our team that was already there preparing everything for our arrival, calling us saying that there were some changes on venue or whatever, but still everything went quite well. At the end, of course, we also had to come up with a cheap harbor for the Aventure, the big sailing boat, to be able to dock so that Antoine and the banners could get on board and sail to the sunset, heading for the COP30.
In the end, 2 riders were able to cross the Atlantic by sailboat. Antoine on the Aventure and Philippe on the Sababa. Once again, they had to demonstrate resilience and adapt to this new mode of travel.
Today is day 4 of sailing from Lisbon to Belém, and it's challenging. So it's a very challenging part because I never sailed as much before and I don't know how it will be. The team is very nice, but yeah, it's moving a little and yeah, a little bit sick. It's part of the trip, I think. So yeah, let's hope it will be better in a few days.
But every now and then, the wind dies down and gives way to calm. These are perfect moments to reflect with fellow activists on the importance of our struggles, despite the challenges we face. The ecological transition isn't just a human duty. It's also a way of life for those who choose to take a different path, to build a future that is more respectful of others and more joyful, rather than opting for an easy way out or sticking to tradition. all while admiring different species of dolphins.
This is nice.
Meanwhile, other riders are hitting the roads of Africa and the Amazon, closer than ever to Belém, but pushing their minds and bodies to the limit.
On y va, c'est parti, c'est le départ de la branche en Guyane. Kourou, Makuria, Belém. On y va!
Finally, the world's largest bicycle relay is closer than ever to its goal. 1,000 riders have taken turns cycling 20,000 kilometers to deliver the 10 proposals and 60 letters of commitment for the development of cycling to COP30 in Brazil.
And now all the sails are done. After 1 month of sailing, we reached Brazil. Just here. It's absolutely incredible. It's quite crazy. I really can't realize for now. I already have some meetings this afternoon, so now we are waiting for the police to come to check our passports, our papers, and then we can finally go. So yeah, let's hope I can go to the meeting this afternoon and let's go for the COP.
Another defining trait is the riders' courage. They challenge the status quo and do not hesitate to assert their right to hold ministers, mayors, and all the politicians who lead our societies accountable.
All of you, you are part of your city, you are citizens, so you can push your municipality to have better cycling infrastructure. You are the one who elected them, so you are the one who can push them to have it. So don't hesitate, don't be shy, and really ask them, make a group of cyclists and ask them to have it because we need it.
Here, more than anywhere else, the COP is the place where this courage is expressed. What else but audacity allows one to slip through a security cordon to take the hand of Marina Silva, the Brazilian Minister of the Environment? The audacity, too, to speak to someone with 1,000 times his experience, to speak before assemblies. We had a full slate of meetings during which we urged that cycling be recognized as an essential solution in the climate plans at the COP, the famous NDCs.
I have a meeting with the European Investment Bank, so quite an important meeting, but it's so huge. I have to go from the green zone to the blue zone, and I need like 15 minutes walk. Let's go. Okay, safety check done. And now the big corridor. Nearly 1 kilometer to go. Right on time, I arrived. So I just finished a meeting with the European Investment Bank, and this is very important for us. Because when we talk about what are we doing at the COP, so we are meeting some ministries, for example, we ask them, okay, you have to put cycling in your climate plans, because we know it is very important to mention cycling as a way to tackle climate change, definitely, and to tackle some social issue. But how to do it? They need to plan. They need to plan all the bicycle system in their whole countries, but they also need budget. And for this, definitely they need way more money, and then the European Investment Bank, they can help them because they are financing some sustainable project in the future, and that's why we need to talk to them. We need to talk to them about the importance of cycling and the importance of financing some future project for cycling. So this meeting was quite important, and they are already convinced that they have to invest more into cycling and the whole cycling system, not only bicycle, not only parking, but also teaching children how to cycle.
Finally, we sought to deliver the 60 letters of commitments collected along the way by any means possible. We had set ourselves the goal of handing them over to Andrea Correa do Lago, the COP president. He had confirmed his firm intention to receive them in person, but a fire on the same day disrupted the COP's agenda and that of its president. Fortunately, we had a plan B.
Your letters from the children around the world, from all the branches of the COP Bike Ride coming together with all the commitment letters from the municipalities for a bicycle transformation in the world. We packed them together, sent them through the system to the COP presidency. We will use every way to bring these letters to this man. So we will wait in the next press conference. We will send these letters through the local NGO and whatever pro system. We will deliver.
In the end, we managed to meet with Luciana Abade, the mobilization coordinator for the presidency, so that she could deliver the letters to Andrea Correa do Lago at a later date.
The rest of the COP was very nice. Today we did another presentation of the project in the green zone at the transport pavilion. And it's very important also to be in the green zone because it's more citizens there, more about the public. And it was really nice presentation. We were 5 on stage, everyone was so happy. We gave so much energy to the public and everyone really loved it. And it's very different than when we do a presentation in the blue zone, because in the blue zone it's mainly like ministers, banks, and they're just interesting about the politic parts. So we try in the blue zone to have more about the initiative to inspire them. So it's a bit different than what they are doing for the whole day with the political part. The rest of the week we met so many ministers of Estonia, of Luxembourg and France.
Baku, Belém. Were these successes to the climate marches? How far are we willing to pedal to promote cycling on a global scale? How many of us will be there in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years? Not all of us are destined to be cycling evangelists, but we can choose a grand narrative in which we wish to participate, overcome obstacles. In short, be riders for the climate. Ultimately, transition only happens one way, together.
And the biggest thing, I've met the COP30 Ride Bike family from all over the world, from all the continents that you are connected virtually, and they were doing something from different parts. Here we are together and together for a change.
Say bye to Brazil. COP30 Bike Ride still continues. When we are back in our homes, we still continue the engagement with the delegation that promised us to get back to us. So the journey continues.
So now it's time to start thinking about the COP31st Bike Ride. I'll start preparing. Bye.
And we just get the news that next year it's going to be in Turkey, in Antalya, south of Turkey, near the Mediterranean Sea. It's really amazing. It's so close to Europe. We already have been to Turkey twice, so never twice, we were the third time, and now we go back to Turkey. So we have to close this chapter of the COP30 and open the chapter of the COP31, organize a new ride, cross again the Atlantic, and then cycle again from Europe, probably Portugal, when Saibot will arrive, and then cycle to Turkey, and make again these 10 proposals to live and get even stronger.
And after 2 very exhausting weeks at COP30 in Belém, it's time to start the COP31 to go to Turkey. And it starts with the COP31 banner. It's getting on this airboat again, back to Europe from Belém. Let's go and get ready for Turkey.
Oi, linda! A COP Bike Ride está indo para a Turquia. Vocês estão preparados aí para nos receber? Uhul! Estamos chegando!
Hey Anna, merhaba. Evet, heyecanla COP Bike Ride bayrağının Türkiye'ye gelmesini bekliyoruz. Ben ve 10.000 bisikletçi yollarda olacağız. Görüşmek üzere, sizi bekliyoruz.
y a pas de micro, ça marchera pas.
Si ça va marcher.
Mais non, le son il va être dégueu, on sait qu'on ne fera pas dans le film.
Mais Guillaume
Bon, ben ça va être l'heure des parts.